When you are growing Skool and you are trying to get more members signed into your membership coaching program, for example, you charge $97 a month or so, right? You want to focus on two things. You want to create some kind of roads that lead to you where new people can discover you on their own. I call these roads semi-passive activities or semi-passive mini systems that you have in place through which new people can find you, discover you, and take action on their own to sign into your Skool membership program. But on the other hand, you would also want to do some kind of proactive activities regularly, daily, through which you are signing more members into your Skool membership coaching program. In this video, I want to talk about the semi-passive ones and the proactive activities through which you could be regularly signing more people into your membership program. So I have in front of me here two categories of activities through which you can get more people signed into your membership program, right? And the first category is semi-passive things, small systems through which people can come to you. And the second category are the proactive things that you do daily. I will cover the category of passive systems first because it's more fun. Imagine that you want to have a few systems in place or ways online, right? Through which people can come to you, right? For example, I will expose this one first. Imagine you are having a YouTube channel on which you post a lot of videos. People discover them because you used keywords in those YouTube videos. People find you, they subscribe you, and then in your bio link of your YouTube channel or in the description of your YouTube videos, you have a certain link, call to action of what people can do next, and you get them to either schedule a call with you or you get them to join your email list in exchange for some kind of a lead magnet or so. So that's a mini passive system that you now have put in place. And I would want you to have quite a lot of these kind of mini systems in place online through which people can keep discovering you and taking action to then start working with you. Or even from a YouTube channel, you could directly put the link to your paid Skool in place, and that would drive you more people see your Skool community, for example, and then join it. So you see, this is how you could, for example, have a YouTube channel in place that is driving people to your email list or to schedule calls with you, fill in your application. And of course, in the YouTube videos, you explain people all of those things. Hey, there is a link down below in the description. You can take this or that action next on your own, right? So you are now creating a semi-passive system through which people can discover you and book a call with you or get to your Skool about order page and so on, right? So that's one of the semi-passive things. I would want you to choose one for yourself out of these semi-passive things. I would want you to have at least one semi-passive thing that you are putting in place through which people can get to you, find you, and become your members, right? Or maybe book calls with you or so, right? So I wrote down here a few more ideas of what you could do to have more ways through which people can come to you, right? But before we discover a few more of those right now, I want to remind you of the idea of how you can go faster and you can start signing more members faster already right now today if you don't just rely on passive things working for you. You should do daily these proactive things every day through which you can sign more Skool members or more members in your membership coaching program right now today. So daily, you should be building a list of interested people, whether that's an email list or just an Excel document into which you are writing people who you are getting across down, right? I, to be honest, use a CRM software into which I write people down so I can follow up with them and I book calls. Now, so building a list on a daily basis is key because we can then follow up with that list. We can reach out to people and we chat with them in the DMs or via emails and we book calls. You could be regularly daily relying on your growth here by talking to people, building a list, chatting with people and booking calls. The more people you speak with this week, the more sales and membership enrollments you can make. By the way, I have a whole lesson of how all of this works here in my free Skool community. You have a whole course here on how to sign up your first 5 members by talking to people, building a list, creating content, chatting with people, going on calls with people, right? The whole thing is here in my free school. So daily, you should be creating content, engaging with people who comment, like your content, people who follow you. You should reach out to those. That's called engagement, right? You could rely on chatting, reaching out to people daily and booking calls with them. And that's that category of proactive activities that you could do daily, consistently, regularly, every day, and keep signing members into your program. Just talk to people. Now, the semi-passive things will support your active things, right? Because imagine if people come from a YouTube channel, they join your email list or they book a call with you, then you can send an email to those people who are on your email list and you invite them to book a call with you. Or if those people schedule a call on their own with you, right, from your YouTube channel through your scheduling page, guess what? Now you need to know how to talk to that person and sign them up, right? Or for example, right, if you're growing an email list with a lead magnet, for example, you're giving away, as I showed you already, free lead magnet, let's say a video lesson or so to which people opt in. If YouTube is sending traffic to you here, or even Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram could be sending traffic to you here if you create content in that way or so, people will join your email list and you could have an automated email sequence written through which you are getting people to click the link to join your Skool membership program or to apply to or book a call with you so you can talk to them, right? So this automatically then gets you to sign members into your program, right? So YouTube channel is one way of passive things. Maybe email list and automated email sequence is one of those passive things that you could do. Another thing that I wrote here at the beginning is having just a link in your bio that either builds your email list or gets you scheduled more calls, or it gets people to take certain next action, right? People are missing out on that. For example, my YouTube channel, I have a link in bio here, right? I could have here a link to my application page so people would schedule a call with me if I would want to, right? But I get people into my free school first, and then from my free school I get them into Skool membership program of mine, which is a paid one, right? But regardless of which system you use, right, you should have a link in bio on your Instagram channel or on your Instagram profile or a YouTube channel or on LinkedIn or on Facebook, right? Just a call to action link here could get you some passive enrollments or people coming to you, right? And so on, right? Because imagine you're going to be posting a lot of content, engaging with your Instagram profile with people and so on. You would want them to be able to go click this link on their own. So that's another mini method here, right? Which you should have in place, a link in your bio of every channel of yours. Now, there is another awesome technique here called live workshop classes. That's a very semi-passive thing through which you can enroll a lot of members into your membership program. For example, I run a weekly webinar, free 1-hour webinar, right? To which I sign people from my YouTube channel, from my email list, from my LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. I send people to come to a free 1-hour webinar class. These builds, when they register, which I'm going to show you right now, I get everyone from all of those channels to register for my live class. It builds my email list now. And then an automated email sequence is sent to these people and it reminds them it gets them to come to a 1-hour class, right? So basically live workshop classes, they build my email list now. People come to the group class, and after the group class, I can semi-passively enroll 3 or 4 or 5 people into my Skool membership program after this 1-hour webinar group call, right? The rest of people who wouldn't sign up right now on a live webinar class, we can follow up with them via an automated email sequence or even manually and book calls with them after the class, right? So you see, these semi-passive activities, they always support those daily proactive activities, right? Because daily you should always, right, create more content, engage with more people, follow up some people, book calls, do the calls, right? And those semi-passive ways can just help you feed the daily activities that you do to sign more members, right? Another idea that I have for you, right? Imagine you are starting out, right? And you could be reaching out to 20-30 people per day on LinkedIn, Facebook, or on Instagram, right? You could DM each of your new followers on Instagram or make some more connections on Instagram, right? And then from the DM DM, cold chats, reach outs, right? You could book calls, right? Now, if you would want to outsource this idea of reaching out to new people, which actually works, it's just a little cold and not too authentic way of reaching to more people, right? But if you know how to do those DMs and those reach outs authentically the way that I teach, I have a full script in my free school, right? You could still connect to a lot of new people and book calls, right? But this is a demanding task to do, to every day make 20 new connections, new friends, or new reach outs per day. You could hire a mini virtual assistant from the third world country, pay them $50 a week, so every day they do 20 to 30 reach outs for you regularly, daily, and they do the work for you. And then you're gonna just reply to those reach outs that they do and book calls on your own, for example, right? So basically you could hire a mini assistant that creates more opportunities for you. That's just another semi-passive thing, right? Because you can get someone else to do some work, which is then semi-passive work for you, and it creates more opportunities for you to talk to more people, right? This is a whole lesson as well of what that assistant should do, or how, they could make LinkedIn new connections, Facebook connections, go into Facebook groups, or on Instagram, right? They could make new connections and could reach out to those people, and then you can book calls with them, right? So that's another technique, right? So I wrote another very cool one here, which is, hey, what if you could talk to your existing customers, your existing members, and you could tell them, can you think of 2 or 3 people right now who could also benefit of my Skool membership coaching program, right? Can you give me 3 names? And you write those 3 names down, or they introduce you to those 3 people in Messenger or in Instagram DMs or anywhere, right? And your existing members could now be getting you more people to talk to. This idea I put also into this category of semi-passive things, because these are warm people then that come to you. It's not like that you needed to go out there, create content, chase people and DM, reach out, right? No, your existing members got you to recommend more potential members. This is a very warm method of getting new recommendations, referrals coming to you to talk to sign in. But still you need to activate this way for yourself, right? You would need to activate any of these semi-passive things for yourself, right? You need to activate the whole system first. You need to still decide that you're gonna be asking each and every of your members regularly, hey, can you recommend me 2-3 new people who you know of who could also benefit from our program here, right? You need to activate this system, and you would need to ask each and every of your member to recommend you a few more people. This is related to collecting testimonials as well, to be honest, a lot, right? Because imagine someone becomes successful in your program, right? They get results, right? You create a video case study, you put it on a YouTube channel, you put these video case studies in a few places, right? Those case studies then are driving more traffic to you as well then. But my point was here, right? After you collect someone's testimonials, you could ask them right away that, hey, who else, right? Who else could benefit from this program of mine as well, right? So why I'm putting all of these things into the semi-passive things is because imagine you're collecting a lot of testimonials from people or your successful case studies of your program, right? You share those publicly on your YouTube channel, anywhere else, right? And they are now driving views and traffic to you as well, right? So that's just a thing that I wrote down there, right? Another thing that I wrote down there is you could run a podcast. This is more an advanced technique, right? Because you would need to have everything else stable first and then run a podcast, and that gives you more exposure because you are interviewing people who serve similar people, similar niches as you serve. They're your non-competitors, right? But you're getting a lot of eyeballs then seeing the YouTube podcast or Spotify podcast or wherever people are listening to that podcast. Then you're getting some traffic come to you as well then, which you should send to an email list, or they will subscribe or follow you or so on. It's just giving you a lot of exposure, right? And you could do some joint venture collaborations with those people who you do podcasts with, and maybe run a free webinar class for their audience or so, right? So that's a whole new lesson which I cannot teach you right now, but it's just another semi-passive idea that gets you more exposure coming to you, right? There are few more ways, of doing this, all paid ads or so. I will not teach and discuss the advanced things. I don't do some of those myself right now at the moment, but I'm familiar of those. And if I would want to activate any of those, for example, I could do that, right? I am using most of these systems right now. I'm using this system, YouTube channel I'm building an email list, I'm running live workshop classes. I do have assistants helping me. I have 3 assistants on my team, even a video editor I have a regular assistant as well. I have someone who is making new connections. So I'm covering all of these systems myself, and I do have a free school as well to build an email list and give people value for free and a support community to be part of. And from that free school, I'm feeding my paid school, right? So that's an advanced technique as well. And I'm doing, for example, this is here my free school, and I'm inviting you to come to my free school as well. You can get access to my whole course here for free. So you can create your membership offer. You decide what you're gonna help other people with. You charge them $97 per month for their offer, right? I teach you how to use this school app as your platform, so you can host your membership. You can charge people monthly fees, right, via Skool. And I teach you then how to sign up your first 5 members paying you monthly fees, so you can start having recurring income. By the way, this course here in my school is completely free. You can come into it. We have also a community section here where we support one another. People ask questions. You can ask questions. I overview your offers. I overview your content. All of this for free. If you ask me any kind of question in this school of mine, I will help out. I will coach you, help you for free. You could also open your school with my invitation school link, and if you do so, then I can coach you, guide you completely for free. You get access to my weekly session, group mini session for anyone who opens school through my link, and I can then coach you and guide you further as well, right? That's an advanced stuff, but you can look around my free course here and you're gonna be able to see how you can be guided by me, and so you can grow your school membership coaching program to that next level of yours, or to the first milestone, right? Signing the first 5 member, paying you $100 per month, so you are making a recurring income now, right? Hopefully you enjoyed this video. My whole point, a summary of what we just covered in this video, was you should pick from one of the semi-passive ways and build that system and put it in place, right? For example, start a YouTube channel that will drive traffic to you ongoingly, or start building an email list, create a lead magnet, right? And write an automated email sequence, right? I, by the way, teach you all of these things inside of my free school as well. How to create a lead magnet, how to build an email list, how to offer this lead magnet on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, on YouTube, right? And drive traffic to your email list, and how to write an automated email sequence that gets you more calls booked or gets you more signups, right? I teach you all of those things, right? Here inside of my free school. And yeah, pick from one of those semi-passive systems so people can come to you. People can take action on their own, and then they become your member, right? So picking from one of the things from the semi-passive systems category is key, so people can come to you. But don't forget, daily you should be doing these proactive activities anyway. Creating content, engaging with your followers, your audience, maybe reaching out to people, knowing how to chat with people in the DMs and invite people for calls so you can really help them and support them, right? Those proactive activities you should do consistently daily, because they're gonna be driving new members sold into your program every day, because you're gonna talk to a lot of people, right? But build one or two of the semi-passive systems as well, so people can come to you on their own and schedule calls on their own, for example, right? The way that we discussed. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Take action. If you have any questions, ask them down below. Come to my free school as well. Ask questions there. Let's support one another and let's grow our memberships. See you.